It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you on Thursday. Hope you're having a great week. We're getting near the end of March.
It's kind of crazy.
Quickly.
It's kind of crazy.
The first quarter almost already over.
It's wild. It's wild. It happened fast. The weather's been nice, though, so I'm down.
That's true.
All right, we'll begin with some news. The Pershing School building will be built new instead of renovated as initially planned. Architects say a new build would actually be a little bit more expensive, $8.4 million. Sounds like a lot more, really, but when the overall price tag is close to $60 million, they just said that it makes more sense to build new instead of trying to add on. The new K-8 school building will be on the same land there at Ventura Avenue in Seminole. The new building, by the way, will go up before their current old building goes down, so they won't have to vacate the building during the process. Okay. Springfield School Board members will vote in June whether to give stipends to employees in 6 schools. Each of the buildings has had challenges with meeting state benchmarks, attendance, and in some cases, discipline. Springfield School Superintendent Granita Lathan said more money and some extra training will likely help with the overarching goal of better student success. The money would be a $1,500 stipend for each of the 6 principals in those buildings, a $1,000 stipend for each of the 264 assistant principals and teachers and other certified staff members, and then a $750 stipend for each of the 100 support staff members. So a little bit of money to go around. It would be really to recognize the extra work that some certain schools require. Some more time and responsibilities there.
Okay. A new local group is making public its members now for the first time. The group is called LORE, L-O-R-E. That stands for Leaders for Ozarks Region Evolvement. It's comprised of 18 CEOs or high-level executives from local companies and organizations, most of which have donated at least $25,000 to the LORE nonprofit. The goal of LORE is to promote quality of life here in our area, workforce development in our area, and branding of the Ozarks. So we'll see how that goes. It's interesting. Interesting idea. City of Nixa, meanwhile, is hiring for some summer positions. The city's looking for lifeguards, swim lesson instructors, camp counselors, all the fun summer stuff, right? Concession workers. If you're interested or you have a teenager who might be interested, some young person in your life, you can go to the X Center. They can go to the X Center on Wednesday, April 9th. So that's coming up between 3:30 and 6 in the p.m. And,
I'd be a fun camp counselor, just for the record.
Well, you are a fun camp counselor, right?
Thank
Church
you.
Camp?
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. So fun/overly competitive.
It's more fun to win. And listen, I tell my team members, it's okay if we don't win. Life will go on, I promise. But it's more fun to win. And so let's think strategy. Let's think who needs to sit, who needs to play, who needs to stay and pray. Everybody has a role. And
well,
just so you know,
events, so not everybody's going to be great at all of them.
That's right. We all got our strengths.
Except you.
Shut up. Okay, we will see what happens with the Dollar Tree stores in the Ozarks, but the company is parting ways with Family Dollar after buying the discount retailer about 10 years ago. 2 private equity firms are buying Family Dollar for $1 billion.
Wow.
Which is that's not even close to what it was worth not that long ago. Yeah. So, meanwhile, GameStop, many of them will be closing down over the next few months. At one point, GameStop had 6,000 stores. Now they have 3,200. At issue, any guesses?
Streaming games.
Streaming's the problem. I mean, it's the solution, right, to a million problems, but it's also a problem for small business, for sure.
Yeah, well, it was a problem for Blockbuster, too.
Yes.
But
Yep.
Blockbuster had lots of years of taking my good money for VHS tapes that were maybe worth $8
Yeah.
new.
Yep.
Don't get me started on Blockbuster.
So yeah, we don't know what yet is going to happen to the local stores, like the future of them, but it is not looking good. It is not looking good.
I mean, honestly, Blockbuster was charging $4 or $5 for a movie rental of a VHS tape that they got for minimal price because they buy in such bulk and they have deals with the production companies. And then they charge you if you don't rewind the tape. I mean, it was unbelievable.
I don't remember that last part, but here's the thing. It's not Blockbuster. It was Hollywood.
Blockbuster.
It was Hollywood. What? Hollywood wants their money back. They spend a lot of money to bring you entertainment and they want it back.
No, Blockbuster got deals on the videos.
I mean, I know Blockbuster made money too, obviously, but I'm just saying that not the majority of it.
I think so. Yeah, they were charging an awful lot.
And all they could come up with was that dumb blue and yellow banner. Just kidding.
Well, you know what it is. It worked. But then the streaming happened and bye-bye Blockbuster. No reason to stop at a store and browse.
Yeah. I know. GameStop. I mean, I've never been into one, but what's interesting is I always feel like they are busy in the parking lot. I mean, haven't you seen the parking lots before where you're like, wow, that's like a decent amount of people, like surprisingly so, you know?
No, I have no idea.
Before.
I have no idea where they're even located.
Glenstone. It's on Glenstone.
I've never been a gamer, but you know, what's interesting is to think about all of the industries that have come and gone during our lifetimes. Because things are new.
Can you imagine if you were a gamer?
And then they got hot. Well, I could hold my own.
I don't know why, but this is just like dawning on me that would actually be hilarious and problematic, by the way.
At Pitfall and Frogger. And the original
Nintendo.
good Pac-Man on Atari, not 2600, but 5200. I was good at that.
I believe
one.
that.
That one actually looked like the real game. It's the first one that looked like the real game. Yeah.
All right, moving on.
It's sitting
moving on. You know what? Go ahead.
TV. It's under the TV. I could get out and play it right now if you wanted. All right. What's next? GameStop. Branson. Branson is getting a Texas Roadhouse restaurant. How about that? It's going to be located at the Shops at Branson Hills, which that's the exit right next to, or where the Target is, and the Walmart and the Home Depot. Pizza Hut there, TJ Maxx. It's going to be right next to the Pizza Hut, I think. Texas Roadhouse has one other location in our area near Highway 60 and National and Springfield, and I drive by that thing all the time, and I defy you to find the time after like noon that there aren't a zillion cars in the parking lot of Texas Roadhouse. I think it's got to be, just anecdotally, the most popular restaurant in all of Springfield.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. That and the Olive Garden on Glenstone are always packed.
It's true. I once went to a birthday party at Texas Roadhouse. My little friend Ryan, I think he was turning like 12 or something. Pretty sure they ate 120 rolls.
Oh, yeah.
At that birthday party.
I believe it. They
I'll
paid
never
for
forget
that
it.
later. But,
I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
Our son was taking part, and I was concerned.
Yeah, I'm sure he
tell about it.
lived the root of the day that he ate that many rolls. It's a lot of dough.
A lot of dough. All right. Did you notice gas prices jumped big time in the last couple days?
I did see that. I saw that.
40 cents.
I saw it yesterday. It's brutal.
It's brutal. It is. Part of the increase is because stations are switching over to their summer blend, which if you've ever watched the news, you know that it's more expensive because it cuts down on evaporation. If they left it the same blend as the winter blend, it would evaporate too quickly.
I mean, we hear that every year and we report it every year.
I don't know if I'm buying it either.
Nobody knows the real answer, but I think it's like COVID. You can just blame COVID or supply chain for the price increases. Yeah. And we're like, all right, I guess I'll pay for that.
Brace yourself. That's what we're saying.
If you've ever been to the Tournament of Champions, and so many people have in our area, I was there. We were there this year. It was a great tournament. Then you know how good Link Academy from Branson is at basketball. They are incredibly good. Now the former coach from there, Bill Armstrong, is making a big move himself. He just got hired at McNeese State after McNeese's coach, it's a hard thing to say, McNeese's coach, Will Wade, took a job at North Carolina State. So it's the dominoes falling in college basketball. Yeah, it always happens. Armstrong spent this past season as an assistant coach at Baylor. And prior to that, he was a head coach over at Link Academy down in Branson and led the team to a national championship in 2023, which I think was their first or second year in existence. And they're that good.
Impressive.
Right off the bat. It really is. I mean,
impressive.
They recruit kids, and the kids move there, and it's a basketball factory. But nevertheless, there are existing basketball factories.
Yes, but you got to make them gel together.
Yeah.
There can't be any individuals out there. And if you're that good and you're getting recruited.
There are lots of individuals, but they make it work.
He did it. Yeah. So, okay. Well, get to it, everybody. Go to work. Thanks
Feels
for tuning
like a long
in.
week.
We're so glad you did. It does. But
ready for Friday.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
We are on the way. All right. Thanks for your listenership, your viewership. Make sure you watch it and share it with your friends, and stick around for Abby Dyer with Wake Up Weather.
Yep. We'll see you tomorrow.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. You are waking up on this beautiful Thursday with nice mild temperatures, and it's going to be another warm day in the Ozarks. We are starting the day in the 50s, and I've got a high temperature in Springfield of 83 degrees. Unbelievably warm across the Ozarks, but today is not entirely rain-free. Also today, we've got the wind back in the forecast. I have gusts up to 30 miles an hour today. That will also hold true for tomorrow. We've got storm chances daily starting today, lasting through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and maybe even bleeding over into the start of next work week. Also, through this time frame, I'm talking above average temperatures as we round out the work week forecast and get closer to the weekend. The weather map today, well, looks like rain here in the center part of the country. Heavy rain happening down in Texas, and potentially some severe weather down for our friends at the south. We've also got some active weather up in the Pacific Northwest again. So in comparison, today is not as active, but we will have at least a chance for some scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms to develop later this evening. I think the best chance for rain today is going to happen in our northern counties through the midday hours through about 3 p.m. We may have some scattered storms out close to the evening drive time. They're not going to be too widespread, though. If you get underneath one of these storms, it could produce some heavy downpours, and temperatures, well, they're about 10 to 15 degrees above normal. Not just today, but that's going to last through Friday and through much of the weekend. Highs today, upper 70s and mid 80s. I told you 83 in Springfield. We should have partial sunshine while we are not feeling the active rain showers. Thunderstorm chances return and get a little bit better as we head into late parts of the week and get closer to the weekend. Severe weather is also possible this weekend. We could be talking about some strong showers and thunderstorms. This means thunder, lightning, of course, as well as the potential for some even more severe weather, including hail, high winds, and maybe even some isolated tornadic activity. That's going to be on Sunday and likely happening for some place in the central United States. There's at least a chance that we see some of that. I think at least the chance right now looks like on the low end of things, but there are several more days before Sunday arrives. So what you should do now, just know that the atmosphere looks like it could be conducive for thunderstorms and the potential for severe weather on Sundays. Timing, exact hazards, exact locations, still a little bit too far out to start to detail some of that with great certainty, but consider making alternate plans if you have any outdoor activities going on. I do expect that we see this chance for showers to continue through Monday of next week, and that chance for severe storms on Sunday does come with a very powerful cold front, which is sure to cool us down. Enjoy the mild temperatures until the cooler weather arrives early next week. Today, we're going to see those highs in the 70s and 80s with a small chance for some showers and thunderstorms. I'm giving it about a 40% chance. I am expecting some afternoon and evening rain activity on Friday as well. There's also a chance for some late afternoon and evening activity on Saturday. And then the best chance for rain comes on Sunday with the cold front and the chance for some stronger thunderstorms in the forecast. Around the country, what's making headlines? Well, I already told you about the heavy rain and flash flooding threat for portions of South Texas today. We also have severe thunderstorms that are possible in the Pacific Northwest. Periods of light snow are also possible for the Great Lakes into portions of the Northeast. All of that happening, yes, snowfall, while record warmth spreads from the western United States into here in our part of the country in the central U.S. So we are talking about nice warm temperatures in the middle part of the country. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question for the day. Honeybees can flap their wings up to how many times per second? And the options that I have for you here are A, 20 times, B, 80 times, C, 120 times, or D, 200 times. Well, believe it or not, it is actually 200 times per second. In fact, that may be an underestimate. Honeybees can flap their wings approximately 200 to 230 times per second, which just is like unbelievable. How can we even count that? They are called high-frequency wing beats. They have evolved their flap to incredibly high frequency, which is essential for their flight capabilities, including hovering and changing direction. They are hard guys to chase down, I'll tell you what. So congrats if D, 200 was your guess. Here's the question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. Remember, no Googling. That takes all the fun out of it. What is the official birth flower of March? Do you think it's A, tulips, B, daffodils, C, daisies, or D, peonies? You can let me know your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much for listening this morning to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. And thanks to our sponsors, John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Remember, no Googling on that brain twister trivia question. That takes all the fun out of it, but you can enter over on the website, and we'll chat again first thing tomorrow morning. Enjoy your day. Grab an umbrella just in case.